Hey guys, it's Simmy, and this is Wrestling Unlimited, as it's Monday, and that means tonight was a Monday Night Raw. Before we get into it, and everyone asks, where's Luke? Luke got some school stuff to take care of. No Luke tonight. All good. School always comes first, in my opinion. But as far as Raw does go, very good episode of Raw. Built up a lot of things. If my voice sounds weird, I'm still getting over the cold. The cough is no better. I will say that. My cough is no better. And my chest is hurting from coughing so much. So I do want to apologize for that. If I do sound a little off, that is why. But we got a new match announced for Crown Jewel. We got further stuff built up with the Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley feud. More with Jay and the Bloodline. Braun Breaker's your IC champ again. And correct me if I'm wrong, they showed a graphic of all multi-time Intercontinental champions. There's only like 3 people that have won it twice. I'm going to look this up really fast. Intercontinental Championship WWE list of champions. Let's go down to champions list by reign. Why is it not coming up all of a sudden? Where'd it go? List of champions. I thought I clicked it. No, I did not click it. There it is. List of WWE Intercontinental. So then we go down. We look by reign. Here, let me pull this up on the screen so you guys can see it too. If we scroll down, I could just click that, actually. Yeah, see? There's a lot of guys that held this title more than twice. Let me see. Number of reigns. Other way. Yeah, because when they showed tonight, they had like 5 or 6 names on this list, and that was it. Here's a list of all the multi-time champions and of the Intercontinental title. Braun Breaker could make this list. Like, what? What? Yeah, see, look at all these 2-time Intercontinental champions. Kane, Lashley, China, Austin, Venus, Guerrero, Umaga, Finn Balor. See, Finn was on that list. William Regal, Ray was on that list. Kevin, Owen Hart, I think KO was on that list. I think Seth was on that list. But it's like, I wish I would have got a screenshot of that, because I want to look at it to compare. Hold on. Let me see if anybody on Twitter got a screenshot of that, because now I want to look and compare really fast to what WWE put. Give me 1 second. I see champions. I don't even know what to search. Cool. I don't know. I don't know if anybody even posted a screenshot of it. Actually, I'm dumb. I can go back on my DVR and check. Hold on. I won't be able to check it on here because it's going to mess up the stream. But I can check it on my phone real fast. Hold on. We're doing some investigating, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we go to library. Shows. Raw. Play tonight's off the DVR. Fast forward. Oh, I don't want to watch Brilliant Minds. I don't want to watch Nightly News of Lester Holt. Trying to get my Raw on the DVR. God. Sometimes the YouTube TV app on mobile is not the best. It kind of sucks sometimes. Try this again. Last try. Play. Raw. Oh, now it's just got a black screen. Never mind. Not gonna work. Wait, I can try it one more way. Hold on. Let me try it one more way. Let's do this. Oh, and that just messed up the camera. Let's try something here. Why is this not wanting to work? I'm clicking all the wrong buttons right now. It's not even that big of a deal. I don't know why I'm fussing, but let me do something real fast. TV. Sign in. Go to Raw. Okay, now I've got it.
This is a...
We gotta mute that though. Okay, so let's go to the beginning of the... Really? It started playing SmackDown. Okay, let's go to the beginning of this match. Braun Breaker came out. And it's buffering. Of course it's buffering. Okay, here we go. So that's Jey Uso's entrance. I want Braun Breaker. Here we go. Here we go. I found it. Pull this up. See, look. Oh, this is where I'm wrong. I'll take the L on that one. I was wrong. I'll take the L on that one. If you see here, it says active multi-time title winners. The man, Sami Zayn, Kofi Kingston, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Rey Mysterio. I didn't see the word active, and the way they explained it, they just said, here are the multi-time winners. You know, I didn't see the word active. So I take that back. I take that back. I was wrong. I'll take the L on that one, ladies and gentlemen. Anywho. Ugh. Anywho. I want to say thank you for joining us here. Twitch.tv/PWU Unlimited, YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. Remember, if you're watching live on Twitch, you can help us out a couple of different ways. You can either help us out by hitting that donate button down below or by donating Twitch bits in the live chat. Also, remember, donating Twitch bits gets your comment, question, or concern read live on the air. Also, you can subscribe to the channel one of two different ways. You can either subscribe with a tiered subscription, or you can subscribe with Amazon Prime, because remember, if you have Amazon Prime, then you have Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming gives you a lot of cool things like free games, free stuff for games, and you always get one free subscription to any Twitch channel you want to subscribe to throughout the month. Greatly appreciate it if you did right here, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Also, remember right now on Twitch, gift subs actually get you, I want to say it's like a 1 to 3 month free subscription to Discord Nitro. So if you use Discord and you want Discord Nitro, donate a sub or a gift sub, and you can get that for free. All you gotta do is link your Twitch to your Discord, gift sub to someone, bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go. That's another cool incentive you guys get for subscribing right now on Twitch. Also, remember to head over to YouTube and help us out over there. Hit that subscribe button. That way you know when we post new videos. That way you know when we go live. And that way you know when we post to the community tab. Also, remember that you could support the channel by hitting that join button and becoming a channel member. As a channel member, we got a lot of cool things coming for channel members. I'm working on a long-form video series. It's a history of a certain wrestler. I'm working on it. I've done history of videos in the past. We did one about Broken Matt Hardy and how that all came together. We did one about, I guess you would say, the Bullet Club pre-AEW. And I'm working on a new series. It's actually going to be a three-parter. It's going to be a three-parter because this man's career basically has 3 different sections. Take a guess who you think that is. But also remember, if you want to get your comment, question, or concern read live on the air on YouTube, you can do so by donating a super chat in the live chat. And finally, head over to the Epic Games Store. Head over to the Epic Games Store and buy something. Whether you're getting early access to Hades 2, which just got a big update, maybe you're getting God of War Ragnarok, or you're claiming the free games, which right now are Invincible Presents Adam Eve and Cardboard Kings. Use this code right here, PW Unlimited at checkout, and you will be supporting us at no extra cost. Maybe you're getting into some of the new stuff we've got in Fortnite. We got Spider-Woman in Fortnite right now. Got some new spooky stuff for Lego Fortnite. In fact, remember, Fortnitemares are all the rage right now. So if you're using your code for Fortnite on your PlayStation, your Xbox, your Switch, your PC, your tablet, your phone, use this code right here, PWUNLIMITED, for all Epic Games and Epic Games Store purchases. Also remember, Spider-Man 2 is coming to PC, I want to say January 30th. When that comes out, get it through the Epic Games Store. Use this code here. Excuse me. But as far as Raw does go, as far as Monday Night Raw does go, the show kicked off with various wrestlers entering the building. Security then brought in a big old briefcase, or actually looked like a gun case, if I'm going to be completely honest. Looked like a gun case for a goddamn AR-47. Looked like a big gun case. Anyways, they bring this case in, and it comes through the elevator. Then this dude opens it up. He's got it's got 4 locks on it. He opens it up, looks at it, shines it up a little bit, closes it back up, and the stooge just walk it off. We then see American Made enter the building. They stop at American Alpha. Otis and Chad have a little stare down for a second. Tozawa holds Otis back, and then we go on our way. Seth Rollins, and all of a sudden, is shown attacking Bronson Reed as he's arriving at the building. Rollins then storms down to the ring. Camera follows. He calls out Bronson Reed. Adam Pearce then runs down with security, and all of a sudden, from behind Adam Pearce, you see a guy just fly. Fly out of the entranceway. And everyone kind of turns around like, what was that? And it's Bronson Reed, and he's got a melee. He's on a tear, right? So Bronson Reed comes down. Security tries to stop him, but Rollins wipes them all out with a dive. They wound up brawling through security, and Reed planted Rollins on the announce table. Security tried to stop Reed, but Reed chucked a guard out of the way. Reed then knocks Rollins down in the ring and goes for a tsunami. Everyone's yelling at him not to go for the tsunami, and Rollins moves and gets out of the ring. Reed crashes. Rollins moves and gets out of the ring. I skipped a whole paragraph here. Then they wound up brawling through the security. Security then tried to stop Reed, like I said. Reed then went for a tsunami off the barricade at one point as well. Rollins moved, and Reed crashed through the barricade. Rollins was then pulled away by security. Well, a lot happened here. Very chaotic open to Raw, and I love chaotic opens. Excuse me. I love when shows open like this with just 2 guys, 2 girls, whoever, beating the crap out of each other. I don't like you, you don't like me, let's fight. It's great. Give me 1 second, I got cough again. If I can help it, I will mute every time I need to cough, so you guys aren't hearing that in your ears. We got a couple bit donations here from Esports Gaming Rules. He says, Samantha Irvin leaves WWE. So when one GOAT ring announcer leaves WWE, another GOAT ring announcer comes back to WWE officially, and her name is Lillian Garcia. I can't wait for WWE NXT at 23 Arena, aka ECW Arena. Okay, here's my one thing, Esports Gaming Rules. I've said this to you once or twice in the past. I got dyslexia. So when you write your stuff here as just one long run-on sentence, that's why I stumble through it sometimes, because my brain just tries to read it how it's written, and it's not supposed to be read like that, and then I just get all fumbled up because you got like 50 words in a sentence. Just saying. Sentence structure, please. His other one says, NXT at the 23 Arena promo gives us a lesson history of the legendary arena and NXT hype from Shawn Michaels. Can you guys believe that there are people on Twitter that literally go, WWE don't belong there. NXT doesn't belong in the ECW arena. They've been talking down about buildings like that forever. What? Are you fucking stupid? Come on. Really? Like, I read one, it said, it was a tweet from an outlet that was like, hey, rumors are WWE may run an NXT show for the 23 Arena. This person, not going to name names or anything. This person then goes, they don't belong there. Then they respond to their own tweet and go, what is this? It ain't NXT bingo hall. Like, what? What? You're going to be mad because WWE is running the 2300 Arena in the ECW Arena? Were you mad when they ran the Factory a couple weeks ago in frickin' St. Louis? Or right outside of St. Louis? The same size building. Like, come on. Are we really getting that petty about things? There are times when I'm just like, I don't even want to go on Twitter today. Because all I'm going to see are people bitching and moaning about wrestling. No, I don't like this. I don't like that. They shouldn't do this. They don't deserve to do that. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? So dumb. Also, that Shawn Michaels video that they did, cool for Shawn to do it. Would have been even cooler if they had CM Punk do it. Granted, CM Punk was never an ECW proper, never ran. I don't think was in any at that ECW show there. But how cool would it have been if Punk was the one to run that promo, like to do that promo instead of Shawn? That would be super cool. That would have been really cool. Punk doing that. But I don't know. It was still a really good video. I liked it. I'm talking about, the history of ECW there and whatnot. So I hope a few ECW people do show up. I hope we do get some legends, ECW legends on the show. Doubt we'll get Paul Heyman because the storyline is he's still out with that attack from the bloodline. I got this. I think I heard this from, who was it? Oh, I want to say it was Brian Alvarez said it today on Wrestling Observer Live. If possible, give me Javon Evans versus RVD. That match would be so good. That match would be so good. But regardless, I just don't understand why people always got to be so negative. No, they don't deserve. Like, I'll read you the tweet. I'm not going to tell you who it is because I don't want to, give them the proper whatever. But they tweeted. The Wrestling Purist put out the news from the other day, the 18th, and said WWE has a date booked at the 23 Arena in Philadelphia. Will not confirm, blah, blah, blah. NXT might run there on the 6th of November. This person then goes, they don't belong there. It ain't called NXT Bingo Hall. They some cowards. And you have to first explain to me what the Bingo Hall is in reference to before you put your cape on. Like, what? And then he goes, because someone responds to him and says, I get what you're trying to say, but considering the stories of many, many child actors, especially on Disney. Oh, wait, never mind. He just responded to his own thing that said, Disney Channel is now shooting out the old Studio 54 club. But yeah. No. It's just so dumb that someone can say WWE doesn't belong there. They don't deserve it. What? Okay. Sure. Whatever. Anyways, getting back to Monday Night Raw. Jackie Redmond interviewed Damage Control. This was awkward. So Jackie Redmond interviews Damage Control. He also said Last Legend and Jakara Jackson were in their way. They weren't done with them. They'll face them tomorrow on NXT. All of a sudden, Liv walks up and she looks at Jackie Redmond and she says something. I don't even know what. And she's like, that's what it sounded like to me. I don't know what the hell she said. And then Jackie's like, okay, I'm just going to leave. So Morgan starts cutting a promo on Nia Jax. And Kyrie and Io are just standing there like, what the hell's going on here? And they kind of like go, Morgan told her that she and Raquel, because basically Liv was like, oh wait, you guys want to go for the tag titles? Raquel and I can win those titles anytime we want. We're former champions. We can just take them if we wanted. I'm like, what? They then argued with Sane. They then challenged them. Let's fight tonight. Rodriguez then got in their faces. And they literally made Io and Kyrie go like they were scared of goddamn Raquel. Like, really? Really? This was so dumb and awkward. I did not like this at all. From the way Liv just popped up and ran off Jackie Redmond, to then the way they made Kyrie and Io look like they were cowering to Raquel with scared faces and everything. So dumb. We got a video package for the IC title match coming up tonight. It's our main event. Joe Teth's tour. and talks about the news of Samantha Irvin departing WWE, wishes her well in her future endeavors, and announces Lillian Garcia. They cut to Lillian, who messes up a little bit. She says, our following match is in the number one contenders tournament. And then she kind of, she butchered one word and then paused herself and then cut it back or whatever. But yeah, when she was introducing the New Day. Excuse me. Good to see Lillian back though. Wayne says, stop letting non-English people cut promos. What does that have to do with anything? I had no problem with Kyrie and Io. They did nothing wrong. I'm not talking about Kyrie and Io. I was talking about Liv. Liv was the awkward, weird one in all of this. Anyways. We had Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods versus AOP. Authors of Pain. Match went 8.5 minutes. Not much in the first few minutes, and then they went to a break. They showed Miz wearing all black, standing in front of the announce table. At one point, Kofi Kingston made the hot tag after the break and ran wild on Rezar until Rezar hit a follow-away slam. R-Truth would then enter through the crowd and attack the Miz. This kind of distracted everybody. Karrion Kross tried to save the Miz, but Truth nailed him with a thrust kick. Rezar was then distracted yet again. Kofi rolled him up and pinned him. Pop, pop, pop. 1, 2, 3. The New Day win in advance. So Truth jumps in the ring and celebrates with the New Day. In the Final Testament, confront post-match. Kross decks him. Miz hammers away at Truth while AOP put the boots to him. Kofi and Woods are on the ramp. Kofi's like, we gotta go save Truth. We gotta go save Truth. And Woods is like, no, we don't. We ain't getting involved. That's not our battle. And he's holding back Kofi. All of a sudden, lights go down. Lights come back on. Wyatt Six are surrounding the ring. The Final Testament, Miz in the ring. They all start brawling. Paul Ellering sits in the corner, and Miz is on the ground, on the mat, just sheltering, trying not to get attacked. Everybody out there, minus Miz and Paul Ellering, fighting to the crowd. Miz then looks around and goes, they're gone. He stands up, kind of pops his collar a little bit, and is like, I'm good. And all of a sudden, there's Bo, Uncle Howdy behind him. Uncle Howdy goes to jump Miz, but Paul Ellering pushes Miz out of the way and takes the shot himself. Mandible claw to the jaw. So Bo puts the mandible claw on Paul Ellering. The crowd cheers. I think Miz just took off because I didn't see the Miz again. I think Miz just ran away. That's how the segment ended. Esports Gaming Rule says, did you see the report about AEW blocking talent from joining WWE during AEW New Japan shows? That's not quite what it is. It's more of, I saw this report and I'm trying to get more because it was not a full-on report. It was more like Sean Ross Sapp tweet. I'll read you Sean's tweet because it was kind of interesting, but I was trying to get more context on it before I reported, put out something on it because I was kind of confused by it. But Sean Ross Sapp tweeted yesterday. Sources within AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling told Fightful they expect protections to be put in place moving forward to prevent talent from immediately jumping to WWE after working AEW/NJPW shows after the Stephanie McCure signing. So what this means more, if I've been told correctly, it's more about not using unsigned talent anymore. Not really adding protections and not blocking, because no one said the word blocking. From the way I gathered it and from what I've heard so far about this, it's more of Stephanie was an unsigned talent when they did that match. She had agreed to things, but was not signed, so could have left at any time, which she did. She was supposed to run a show that same weekend that she did the WWE Mexico Live events. She was supposed to do a big New Japan CMLL show. And she just said, I can't do it anymore. I'm signed with WWE. So what this actually is, and no Elite Tish, it is not a Vince McMahon thing. It is more of a, we're either going to lock them down before we use them on big shows, or they're just not going to be used kind of a thing. We're not going to give them exposure for the other side to see them and go, oh, I like that person, I'm stealing them over. You know what I mean? That's what it is more. It is not they're blocking people from going to WWE. It's more of we're not going to use people if they're not, we're not going to commit to using people in big matches if they're not going to commit to us. So if they're not committed, AEW, New Japan, CMLL, so forth, then they're not going to commit to putting them in big matches, if that makes sense. That's more of what this is in line with. So it's not blocking per se. It's more protections for them so they can have big matches with wrestlers and then continue to use those wrestlers off the momentum of the big, good matches. I hope that clarifies and makes sense. There's a recap of Jey Uso's appearance on SmackDown last week. Kathy Kelly interviewed Jey. He stood in front of a Philadelphia Flyers logo. He wore a Flyers shirt, strongly hinting he will lose. Jey said it was ironic that they were in the city of brotherly love because he ain't got no love for his brothers right now. I like that line. I thought that line was great. He said what he said on Friday, and it is what it is. But tonight was round 2 with Braun Breaker. And he promised that the fans would be hearing at the end of the night and announce, and still Intercontinental Champion, Jey Uso. Representative Raquel Rodriguez video promo. She said Rhea Ripley would never win the title back as long as she was around. She said she didn't forget Ripley injured them on separate occasions and cost them the tag titles. Ripley only rose to the top because Rodriguez was gone. Smart thing for Ripley to do was walk away, but she knew that wasn't happening. Rodriguez planned on ending this. Our last Legends card, Jackson, were shown in the front row. Lillian Garcia announced Morgan. So Lillian must have been given the wrong cards tonight because she did this at least twice that I noticed. She goes, making their way into the ring, accompanied by Dirty Dom Mysterio, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez, blah, blah, blah. And Wade goes, well, as you can see, Dirty Dom is absent, even though he was announced as coming out here, or something like that. And I'm like, oh, Wade trying to cover it up. Wade just didn't try next time. Because she goes, making their way into the ring, accompanied by Zelina Vega, Cruz del Toro, and Joaquin Wilde, representing the LWO, Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee. And I'm like, where's Cruz? Where's Joaquin? They not there? Zelina? I don't know. So someone were giving her cards where it's like, this is the group names. These are the guys coming out. Accompanied with. It was funny. It was funny. So we did get Io Sky and Kairi Sane versus Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Match went 9.5 minutes before ending in a disqualification. So Sky and Sane had the early advantage with their speed, counteracted Raquel's power. But Raquel did clobber both of them at one point with clotheslines. The Sky then made the hot tag after a commercial break. She hit Morgan with some strikes, wrapped Raquel's leg into the ropes, and hit a dragon screw. She then hit Morgan with a springboard drop kick for a 2. Sane hit an assisted elevated elbow drop off, but Rodriguez broke up the pin. Sane ducked a charge, and Rodriguez went shoulder first hard into the ring post. An uppercut by Sky knocked Morgan out of the ring, and Sky drop kicked her into the barricade. Sky then saw Legend and Jakar Jackson in the front row, and she yanked Jackson over the barricade. As this happened, well, Lash Legend wasn't having any of it, and she just forearms Io in the face, and the ref calls for the DQ. Legend and Jackson then laid out Sky and Sane in the ring. And I'm like, what is that move Jakar Jackson did? I have no clue what that was. Kyrie had to just stay there down on like all fours, and like bent over and just stand there and wait and then take a face bump. Like, it was weird. It was weird. And the Lash Legend did her lash extension move, which is actually a pretty good move. But yeah, this is kind of weird. Then, so this was building up their match tomorrow on NXT. Then Lash and Jakara get in the face of Morgan and Raquel. When all of a sudden, Rhea Ripley's music hits. This is my brutality. And then Liv just, shoo, Liv's head just spins around like, oh, fuck. Raquel, don't take her eyes off Lash. She's just staring down Lash Legend. Lash Legend's car goes, yeah, we don't want any of her. Bye-bye. We leave. So they leave the ring. Rhea jumps in the ring, and her and Raquel go at it. Raquel's like, Liv, I got her. She didn't have her. No, she did not. Ripley headbutts Raquel, but Raquel halfway sells it. She basically sells it in the form of, that headbutt usually takes people down. Not going to take me down. It might stumble me for a second, but I'm good. Then eventually, Rhea then throws Raquel out of the ring. Ripley prevented Morgan from escaping by throwing her around. Morgan hit her with a code breaker. Ripley then bounced back with a knee strike and applied the prism trap. Rodriguez then tried to go for... Well, Rodriguez tried to get in the ring. Rhea drops the prism trap, drops Liv, hits Raquel with a drop kick and knocks her off the apron. Don't see Rhea doing many drop kicks. Rhea then went for the riptide, and when Rhea was right up against the ropes, I'm like, oh, they're saving Liv. She pulls her up high so Dom can then run down, grab Liv, pull her out of the ring. But Liv gets out. Dom, another story. Dom gets pulled in the ring by Rhea and put in the prism trap. Eventually, he was pulled out of the ring by Raquel and Morgan. They retreat, and Rhea stands tall. Very good. I liked it. Adam Pearce is in the back. And Seth Rollins walks up. Pierce. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Ross Reed attacks. He starts beating down Seth. Security and whatnot grab both men, separate them. It's like a second or third time they fought tonight. I forgot to mention the other one where Seth attacked Reed again. Anyways, Pearson screams his freaking brains out. He's like, stop. Quit it. I'm over this. If you would just stop for 2 seconds and listen, I'd give you what you want. You will fight you two at Crown Jewel. We do know it is official at WWE Crown Jewel on November 2nd. Bronson Reed will go one-on-one with Seth Rollins. Big Bronson Reed versus Seth freaking Rollins. Moving forward, we had a War Raiders video package. This was nice, just like a, hey, we're the War Raiders. We like war. Ooh, Vikings, fight. Justin and Dave were backstage. And Liv, Dom, and Raquel walk up. And JD goes, new clubhouse. What do you think? You like new clubhouse? And Finn told Morgan he didn't like hearing that Damian Priest wants to go for the world title again. They didn't fight so hard to get it from him for him to go for it again, basically. Dom said, hey, don't worry about Damian. Maybe I can beat Gunther for the title. And Carlito starts laughing. JD laughs a little bit too, but Carlito like chuckles. Raquel goes, excuse me? Is that funny? What do you even do here anyways? Carlito's like, bring the cool factor. And she's like, yeah, not impressed. He goes, I'm also the fixer. I get things done. I'm going to talk to Adam Pearce. Dom, don't worry about it. I'll get this fixed. Carlito storms off. We then had our second tag team match in this tournament. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus the Creed brothers. Now, we did finally learn it's a triple threat next week. It's the War Raiders. It's a New Day. And as we learn here, it's the LWO. The winners getting a shot at the WWE World Tag Team Championships. So, really cool. Dragon Lee wipes out the Creeds with a big dive early on. And unlike two previous matches, the babyfaces were in control as we go to a break. Yet we come back from the break, and the Creeds are in control. Rey made the hot tag and hit Brutus with a seated senton and a tornado DDT for a 2. The crowd chants 619. Rey tried a springboard move, but Brutus caught him with a moonsault. Julius then followed this up with a moonsault 2. Dragon Lee broke up the cover. Dragon Lee then hit Julius with a double foot stomp and wiped out Brutus with a flip dive. Rey went for a 619, but stopped upon seeing Gable on the apron. Julius then used a distraction to hit a knee strike. Vega whipped a slipper. I wrote this weird. Whipped her slipper at Gable. She's like, do the chancla, Chad Gable. I wrote that very weird. It confused me. I don't know why I wrote it like that. Nile then went after her, but Vega hit a Hurricane Run on Ivy Nile. Ray then hit Julius with a 619. Dragon Lee followed this up with the Frog Splash and pinned him to pick up the victory. So there we go. The LWO now move on to the triple threat, which again, we'll see the LWO, the New Day, and the War Raiders. Damage Control were complaining to Adam Pearce. They saw what Jackson and Legend did and said that he's like, I'm going to talk to all the GMs. We're going to figure stuff out and whatnot. And I'm like, what do you got to figure out? They got a match tomorrow with these two women. Just let them fight them then, and then you're good to go. So they're like, oh, talking Japanese, Chinese, whatever it is. Right? It's Japanese because they're Japanese, but Corlito. So they're all talking. They're kind of happy, but not really. So they start talking in I guess, assume it's Japanese. Carlito walks in and kind of looks at him and goes, I got to learn Chinese. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? Holy crap. Carlito then goes, Adam, I got a match for you. But we see Gunther versus Dominic Mysterio for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Adam Pearce belly laughs. Falls over almost, belly laughs. Pearce is like, what? What has Dom done to earn this shot? Also, if Dominic wants this match so bad, why are you asking and not him? Carlito's like, hey man, I need to do good right now. So can we get this match? Can we get something here? Pearce is like, you know what? I'll give you something. If Dom can beat a former world champion next week, well, I'll consider giving him a shot. Carlito then goes, oh, thank you so much. You get a new haircut? We don't know who this former world champion is. If they announced it, I didn't see it. Might have missed it. So if I did miss it, let me know, chat. But I don't think they announced who this former world champion is. And I mean, it could be anybody. No, Elite Tis. It is not Brock Lesnar. I'm going to say it, fuck up. Brock ain't coming back. How many times do I got to tell you fools? Brock ain't coming back anytime soon. At all. So get it out of your skulls, out of your minds, out of your brains. Brock ain't coming back. So it's not Brock. I don't know who it is, but it's not Brock Lesnar. I'd put money that it's not Brock Lesnar. I could see that one, Daniel. Damian Priest, and then Priest beats Dom, and then Priest moves on after Crown Jewel to face. Yeah, I could see that. Jackie Redmond interviews Braun Breaker. She asked if he felt more confident knowing Jay had been preoccupied with his family recently. Braun said that he didn't come here for any cheesesteak. He came to get his title back. He respects Jay as a champion. Jay's not focused. And that was exactly why he's going to take the title back tonight. He said he was a badass, and it was time to do what badasses do. He then asked, are there any dogs in Philadelphia? And some people barked in the crowd. So, yeah. Kathy Kelly then interviewed Gunther in the locker room. I was like, oh, finally. I didn't think we were going to get Gunther on this damn show at all. He said, Cody Rhodes keeps dragging the people closest to him. He said Cody Rhodes kept dragging the people closest to him into his business matters. Mentioning his daughter was unnecessary, but Rhodes just loves drama. Gunther said that I'll be in Brooklyn on Friday. I'll take Cody up on his little face-to-face. Kathy Kelly leaves and Damian Priest enters. Priest's like, relax, relax, relax. I ain't here to fight or nothing. He's like, I'm not looking for a handout either. But I want you to know, once you take care of your business at Crown Jewel, I'm going to be waiting. Because I want my return match. I want to win the title back. And Gunther kind of laughs at him. He's like, okay, whatever. So they're really building. We're going to get the return match, Gunther, Damian Priest for the world title. I don't think Priest wins the title back, though. I'm going to say it right now. I don't think Priest wins the title back. So let me go to our main event. That was 19 and a half minutes. It was Jey Uso defending the WWE Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker. Even with the interference, I thought it was a great match. I thought it was a really, really good match. And I thought the interference worked. Because it wasn't just like, oh, they distracted Jay and then you lost. Well, no. Because the interference potentially built Braun Breaker and freaking Jacob fought. Oh, my God. Braun Breaker and Jacob fought too. Take my money. So, Jay was in control early on, and about 2 minutes or so in, we went to a break. Braun was in control after the break. Braun drove him into the ring post and hit a backstabber on the apron. The announcers didn't even mention it. Braun then hit a backbreaker and did push-ups instead of going for the cover. Braun followed with a standing moonsault for a 2. Jay then fought back with some right hands and an enziguri, but Braun hit a Frankensteiner for a 2. After a second commercial break, Jay shoved Braun off the ropes and hit a spear, or you guessed it, a 2. But then see Solo and Jacob fought 2 in the crowd. They're just walking right up to the front. And Jay's sitting on the apron, is like, well, what are you doing here? And Solo's like, don't worry, we got tickets. We got tickets. It's all good. We're here to support you. And so he showed that they paid. Jacob Fatu's just standing behind Solo with the hands, the prayer position or whatever. Jay, though, is closer and confronts Solo a little bit more. And they're like, hey, we just want to help if you need it. Braun then tries to use this distraction, but Jay tosses him into the ring post. Tonga Lua, as Joe Tessitore called him. Tonga Lua, not Tonga Loa. He called him, he's like, oh, it's Tonga Lua. Fucking Tonga Lua. Anyways, he appears in the front row behind Jay, so Jay super kicks him. Tamatonga then leaps off the barricade, but Jay super kicks him as well. Even though they all tried to interfere, they didn't ever touch Jay. It's not a DQ. Well, didn't touch Jay with the ref looking, whatever. I don't know. Anyways, Sikoa then hops to the barricade. He told Jay, hey, I want to fight. I just want to help. You and us together. Family. Braun then tries to do his run around the ring spear to Jay, but Jay moves. And Solo Sikoa is taken down with more of like a flying clothesline than a spear, because he connects with the arm right at the throat, basically. Fatu then hops the barricade and gets right in Braun's face. The crowd is loving this. Jay then wiped out both of them with a big suicide dive, and the crowd chants, this is awesome. Jay tried an Uso splash, but Braun got his knees up in the ring. Braun went for a spear, and Jay hit consecutive super kicks and a spear of his own. Jay then hit the Uso splash, and Breaker kicked out. Tamatonga and Tonga Loa leaped up on the apron. This is when he called him Tonga Loa. But Tonga Loa hopped up on the apron. Then Adam Pearce and a bunch of other people, including Sean Daivari, run out, grab Tamatonga and Tonga Loa, and yank them off the apron. They're like, no! You are not getting involved. I love how they didn't typically they'll run down and be like, get down. Don't get involved. No. Pierce and Sean Daivari just literally grabbed them by the legs and yoinked, pulled them both right off the apron. I'm like, there we go. I like that. I like it a lot. Jay then went for a running spear around the ring, but Fatu super kicked him. Fatu then gave him a Samoan drop on the announce table. They didn't break. Refs distracted with the whole Tangaloa Tamatonga stuff. Fatu then grabbed Sikoa, and they left to the crowd. He's like, hey, Jacob, let's go. Braun Breaker then shoved Jay back into the ring, hit him with that 23-mile-an-hour spear, and pinned him to become a two-time Intercontinental Champion. So the show goes off the air with Braun Breaker celebrating the IC title. But yeah. Big ups for Braun Breaker. He won the title back. I thought that was the right move, him getting the title back. I love that, this is a way to get Jay to want to help Jimmy. Roman don't want it yet. Jay didn't want to do it at all. But now he's got beef with Solo. He didn't really have beef with Solo. Now he's got real beef with Solo and Jacob and the Tongans. So it's all coming full circle. The OG bloodline, Solo's bloodline. They need one more. Who's the one more? Is this Sami? I sure hope to God it's Sami Zayn, because that would be perfect. If it was Sami to be the 4th in War Games for the OG bloodline. Oh my. I would just love to see the OG bloodline walking out for War Games, and we get the handshake with Jay and Sammy, and then like, or Jimmy and Sammy, and then Jay and Sammy do their thing, and then Roman's kind of looking at them like, what? And then Roman and Sammy do it. How great would that be? How great would that be? But we'll see. Maybe it's what are they calling him now? Oh, what are they calling him now? What do they call Hikuleo? Talatonga? Even though the rumor is he's going to NXT. We could think that, oh, Talatonga gonna join his brothers, the Tongans, and then he helps Roman in them. But the better story is Sami Zayn. So we'll see how it all does play out. But let me get the poll here on Twitch really fast. What did you think? Raw. I liked it. It was all right. I didn't like it. With all of that, we do have another bit donation from Sports Gaming Rule says, at WWE Crown Jewel 2024, it is the man who beat Okada in NJPW versus the man who beat Brock in WWE. Okay, and what does that have to do with anything? Yes, Bronson Reed as Jonah once beat Okada, I want to say in the G1. But what does that have to do with anything here? I don't know. Anyways, no, I do not mean Zilla Fatu. Screw Zilla Fatu. He's too green. He's too new. Booker said he wants to help Zilla get to WWE. Cool, fine, whatever. No, he's too green for all of this. He ain't experienced enough. We don't need him. Hikuleo is reportedly signed. They trademarked the name Talatonga, which Tala is his real middle name. And the rumor is he will start in NXT, which I think he can thrive in NXT. That big boy in NXT, whoo, man. Give me Talatonga or Hikuleo, whatever you want to still call him, and Obafemi. Talatonga, Hikuleo, and Trick Williams. Also forgot to mention, they just randomly had Trick in the crowd tonight. Vince loves green. Elite Tiss, I'm just going to say it. Are you a dumbass? What does Vince have to do with anything? Vince has no say, no nothing to do with WWE. Vince is as far removed as he can be. So, you want to get banned from the chat? Because now you're just spewing bullshit. I'm just going to say it, and I'm sorry if I'm coming off rude here. Vince McMahon has nothing to do with WWE. No say, no nothing. Vince Russo even had to be the words of wisdom on Piers Morgan and say, Vince ain't coming back. Ari Emanuel will be the stupidest man in the world to let Vince come back. Then you have Phil Mushnick going, if Vince wants back, he can come back. Don't even get me started on that Piers Morgan stuff with Maven, Coachman, Vince Russo, Charlie Caruso, Charlie Arnold, and then the surprise Phil Mushnick. Don't get me started on any of that. Anyways, yeah. Even Vince Russo is like, Vince McMahon ain't ever coming back. So yeah. No. Don't even try to, well, Vince likes green. No, Vince doesn't. Who the hell said Vince likes green wrestlers? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Anyways, let's check these polls. I ranted enough there. Let's check these polls. As far as the Threads poll does go, everybody that voted liked the show. Interesting. As far as the Twitter X poll does go, 77% liked the show, 20% thought it was just all right, and 3% didn't like it. Looking at the YouTube community poll, 76% liked the show, 17% thought it was just all right, and 7% didn't like it. Oh, the comments here. It's sad to see Samantha Irvin leaving WWE. I hope her next plan is what she wants, or path is what she wants. Well, duh. She ain't going to leave and then go do something she doesn't want to do. Might as well have just stayed. And this person goes, pretty good. The last match. What? You don't like the main event? I can see why people wouldn't with the interference and all that. As far as the live poll does go, 79% liked the show, 15% thought it was just all right, and 6% didn't like it. And finally, everybody that voted, got a sharp pain in my rib. All this damn coughing. Everybody that voted on Twitch liked the show. So with that, I want to say thank you for joining us here. Twitch.tv/PWU Unlimited, YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. With that, we will be back on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. Luke said he should be back Wednesday, so that'll be cool. With that, guys, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys.